Good morning. My name is Don Hadley with Applied Vision Works. I wanted to share with you um, a perspective that a client shared with me this morning. He was reading or watching an interview with a big CEO, and the CEO basically said, "Hey, in order to disrupt, give trouble to your competition, in order to compete outside externally to achieve externally, you've got to first disrupt yourself." And I think that's a wonderful thing. A lot of people think disruption in business is you run out there and disrupt, but a lot of times we've got to change our value system, what we believe, our behaviors, how we do things, and not just in us, but the teams and the people around us. And when I hear about disruption, a lot of people get very unhappy. Um, it's kind of like they want to go have other people have disruption. In fact, I was talking to a guy the other day, and we were talking about this book. Change is good. You go first. I think disruption is good. You go first could also be another part of that. So the reason I'm sharing it, I was just in a meeting with a group of about 20 business owners, and one of the guys on there said, "Hey, I am tired of hearing about this and this as the excuse." And he was talking about COVID, some of the bank financing stuff, government regulation, etc. He said, "I'm tired of hearing about this." He said, "Whether this is here to stay or not, we can't be waiting for things just to clean up and get like they used to be. We need to go out there and really work hard and make things happen and try things. And they're not going to work at first because we're going to have to try new things." The specific topic we were talking about was selling. Is how do you sell in a COVID environment when face-to-face sales is how you generate revenue as a business. And it was a fascinating discussion that ultimately resulted, A, online presence needs to be very strong, but B, you got to find new ways. And so I wanted to talk about this briefly just because I'm tired of people being unhappy when I think the reality is when I look back in my life, when I look back in my personal life, possible divorce, bankruptcy, da da da, all that stuff. When I look back in my business career, 08, 01, this recent COVID thing, all these difficulties, all this disruption actually has made me better as a person. It's made my organization better. And some things it's proven because we did them before the disruption. Some we had to quickly do when the disruption occurred. Some we figured out along the way, but it's actually made us better. I've got a client that's actually built almost $1 billion revenue business. And as he's built it, he's done it with less structure and more with a values focus, a focus on how do we be flexible? How do we try a new way? How do we stay on the top of stuff on a daily, sometimes an hourly basis? And as he's built this business, it's fascinating because it's been a fun business to be a part of. And he wants disruption for the simple reason most people don't handle it well, or they shut down, or they pull back. And he's used it to get into areas where there's less competition and more opportunity to do things. It also requires a certain mentality, but more a person with a certain heart. When he hires people, he could care less what they know because he can teach it to them, or more accurately, his team members can teach it to him. But it's more about the heart, the strength, the character they have. Have they been through tough stuff that gives them the platform to work from? So emotionally, they stay clear headed during the disruption and are able to take advantage of kind of what's going on with the business, the project, whatever it may be. So I want you to think about this. None of us are looking to go out and have a more disruptive life, but I honestly periodically wonder if we need to go have our business and our personal lives get into more disruption in a good way. I get there's bad ways of doing it, but I'm talking about good ways where you learn more, you're challenged, it creates excitement, but more than that, it creates confidence that, hey, in an unknown environment, when things are changing quickly, we're good at handling it and we know how to change and adjust. And I think that's an important capability to develop with an organization, a team of people, and also individuals and in personal life. So if you have any thoughts on this, my email is dhadley@appliedvisionworks.com. My cell phone is 919-368-9008. Thank you.